Hey, welcome to my channel. These cards are speaking. So I'm just going to lay out some cards and we're just going to see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to start off with the Moonology manifestation cards and just see what comes out. You know, this channel I want to focus on healing. How can we elevate ourselves? How can we be better? How can we move forward? You know, we all have crap in our life that is not serving us. We all have things in our life that we need to walk away from. We all have things that we need clarification on. You know, and just speaking on it, just regurgitating it. Is it making you better? Is it getting you to move from point A to point B? So we need to go on the inside. We gotta do something different. We gotta go on the inside and start to search and dig. Get to some root causes of some things. Right? That's how we're gonna get from point A to point B. Okay, I'm hearing the overall energy. Let's pull one of these. Just one to get the overall energy, and then we'll go right into Moonology. Alright, one more shuffle. What's the overall energy for the collective spirit? Reparenting yourself. Wow, that is pretty deep. You know, in life, you know, as a child, you grow up, you know, you've been taught this. Mama did this, grandma did this, we learned this. This has been the tradition. This is how we've done things. And now as adults, you know, our eyes are being open to, you know, maybe some of these things isn't quite 100% true. You're having a newfound revelation on things. Real quickly, it's the story that was told. The mom, it's a grandma, a mom, and a daughter. And so the daughter and the mom is making Thanksgiving dinner. You know, this is her first Thanksgiving, and so the mom is telling her, well, you got to cut the turkey in half and then put it in the oven. You know, so the daughter is inquisitive. She's like, why? And she's like, well, I don't know. That's the way my mom did it. You know, so that's what she did with her family. So she's passed that tradition down on to the daughter. And so now the daughter's doing that for her first Thanksgiving, or for her family for Thanksgiving. And so the mother asks the grandmother, well, why do we have to cut the turkey in half? You know, what is the point of that, of cutting the turkey in half when you cook it? And so the grandmother responds, well, when I was younger and I was fixing Thanksgiving dinner and turkey for my family, the stove was too small. So for us to prepare a turkey, we had to cut it in half so to fit in the oven. So this grandmother pretty much started this tradition of doing this, and then the mother picks it up and passes on to the daughter, and the daughter's now doing it, and would probably even kept it going just because, you know. So like, it makes you stop and think, what are you doing? What are we doing? Are we just doing because our parents and our forefathers did it? You know, when now the stove is clearly big enough, you could put a whole turkey in, but yet this was what was passed on. So that was just my analogy of reparenting yourself. You know, when you go on the inside, who do you need to be to yourself to elevate? Who do you need to be to yourself so that you can look at things differently, so that you can maybe look at things positively? In the past, you might have always been like, well, it's my way or the highway, or I can say and I do what I want because that's just the way That's just the way we do it. That's just the way how I roll, you know. But why? You know, when you reparent yourself, why is going to be that 3-letter word. It's going to be just in just about every sentence. Like, why? Why do you do that? You know, has it benefited you throughout the years having that mentality? You know, so reparenting yourself with thoughts, ideologies, um, ideas, um, the way you do things. You might be at a point in your life and be like, that doesn't quite line up with what I believe. So now you have to go on the inside and reparent yourself and be that person who you needed then, because who you needed then was given to you from where the perspective of where your parent or your guardian was, and it might not necessarily been exactly what we needed or what you needed. But now you're older, you're mature, you're wiser. Like when you turn that flashlight back onto the inside in your heart and your soul and your mind, who do you need? Do you need someone that is going to be confident? Do you need someone who's going to tell you you can do it, to be encouraging because no one's ever done that? Reparenting yourself, becoming who you needed yourself to be, who you needed to be to yourself. Practice gratitude. All is not lost. Last quarter moon in Sagittarius. All is not lost. Yet gratitude changes your elevation. You can go from the mully grubs to the why, the woe is me, to being grateful for having lights, having a roof over your head, having enough money to put gas in your car. Just even those minute things, having a table, having a fork, you know, starting there, and watch your essence, your being begin to be elevated. So practicing gratitude is one way to parent yourself. Maybe you haven't been grateful for all the things you've just taken things for granted. Let your fears dissolve. It's the full moon in Cancer. Full moon in Cancer. With the moon, it exposes your fears. It exposes doubt. What are those things that's down on the inside that no one else knows, that only you know, that is bubbling up to the surface? Let those fears dissolve. You are a new creature now. Those fears and doubts don't have to govern you anymore. You can reparent yourself. Voice them. Let your emotions experience them. The full moon in Cancer, and Cancer is like it is a water sign. What are you picking up intuitively? Let those fears dissolve. Reparent that area. Whatever those fears and doubts were, speak the truth in it. Speak the truth over it. If you've been telling yourself that you're no good or you're not going to amount to anything, squash all of that. Let all that dissolve. Reparent yourself. And you begin to speak new life over you. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. The Lord does go before me and make the crooked places straight. Good things do happen to me. Reparent yourself. Talk less, feel more. It's the last quarter moon in Pisces. More moon. Pisces is the water sign also. More emotions, more intuitiveness. What are you feeling? What are you not allowing to bubble up? What are you allowing not to swim away? What are you allowing just to keep circling in your life that you just keep squashing and keeping it down? To heal it, H-E-A-L, you need to feel it, F-E-E-L. You need to feel it. That's how you heal it. That's how you reparent yourself. It can be done. You can do it. You're here because you're seeking answers. You're here watching tarot, looking for answers. And these cards are speaking. These cards are telling you. Reparent yourself. These 3 cards are moon. Moon is exposure. It's fears. Things coming to the surface. Things being illuminated. First quarter moon in Taurus. Release control. You got a tight grip on it. Let it go. You can't hold on to it anymore because it's too much. It's why you're here looking for answers. And Spirit is telling you, start off with gratitude. If you're needing to reparent yourself, start off with gratitude. I'm looking at a lamp. Thank you for my lamp. Thank you for my charger going to my phone right now. Thank you for the light switch. Thank you for this plant, Let your fears dissolve. Talk less, feel more, and release to control. First quarter moon in Taurus. First quarter moon in Taurus. How do you need to reparent yourself when it comes to control? When we hold on to things or we do things because we know the outcome, that's how we keep things in control, because we know the outcome. If we know the outcome of something, then we are most likely to continue with that. But when you let things go and then you walk in the unknown, you have to walk by faith and not by sight. Taurus is an earth sign, being practical, grounded, stable. Sometimes you may just need to throw caution to the wind. And I'm not saying do anything reckless, but you know what areas in life that you have control over and need to let go. You do. 13:53 on the clock. Let's do a couple of these oracle cards, wisdom oracle cards. I really like these cards. Each one has like a little story, like a legend with it. And we'll read it. Let's see. The first card out is gratitude. Gratitude. No need to say more. Gratitude. Facade. Yep. Like I said, you're here for a reason. You can't keep it up. To heal, you have to feel. All right, let's get one more. With these two cards, if you look, when you have the gratitude, look at the vine, its growth, and its growth all around the heart, and it's flourishing. It's growing tall. With this facade, look at this. Look at the branches. It's not bearing any life because you're putting on a facade. You're faking it till you make it. You're pretending. But when you have gratitude, things can flourish. Things can grow. You know, it looks like this person is pregnant. Things can grow. These vines are flourishing. They're going up. All right, let's get one more, and then we'll read one. Prayer. It's a lot of yellow. Did I say it earlier about turning lemon into lemonade? I can't remember if I said that on this reading or one previous, but okay. Let's get the book. Let's read prayer. It's yellow. Prayer. It says, my prayers are answered. The legend. An old man sits on his porch with his grandson, sipping lemonade and reminiscing. He wanted to be a traveling preacher. He'd been all set to leave home, but his father reminded him to pray for guidance. That very night his father died, and the man realized that Spirit was telling him to stay. Now his grandson appreciates the lemonade, and the old man smiles. He never regretted staying on the farm. So I feel like this card is saying, with prayer comes direction. I say you're here for a reason, looking for answers. But prayer will lead and guide you. It'll tell you where to stay, when to go, when to walk away. The inspiration is cool lemonade is a reminder that there is always a plan. If you were sidetracked from your path, then you will be guided back to your true calling. All prayers are answered. Following where life leads, being of service, fulfillment. That was the key ideas. Keywords: clarity, destiny, and authenticity. Clarity. And that's what you desire. When you reparent yourself, in essence, that's what you're doing. You're getting total clarity on who you are, the true, authentic you. That is awesome. Let's see facade, since that is in yellow too. Let's see what it says. This isn't who I am. The legend, the bronze boy, Darnell, was young when his father died, and he became the man of the family. Out for a walk one day, many years later, he was mesmerized by the sight of children playing. As a child, he'd never played, and he hid behind a tree crying bitterly, then quickly buried his emotions. At the very end of his life, on his way to heaven, he stopped at the park and finally reclaimed the inner child he had left behind many years before. Wow. Inspiration. If you are unhappy in your relationships, you must be relating to others through a false sense of duty. Give up being something that you're not. And that just goes back to reparenting yourself. Your ideologies, the way you carry yourself, the way you walk, the way you do things could be because it's what you've always done. And you no longer can hold on to that because you know that there's more. The key ideas is disassociating from yourself, reclaiming your life, healing childhood pain, reparenting yourself. The keywords of recovery, integration, and play. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Well, these cards have spoken. I hope you got something from it. I hope it spoke to you in some kind of way. Let me put that there so you can see it. Be parenting yourself. Until next time.